Hello everyone, this is Michael Cheek again with Mike'sGuitarLessons.com. We're going to start right now learning Glycerin by Bush, and we're going to choose power chords here. It's basically 3 power chords that you have to memorize, and we're going to play power chords, but we're also going to have the octave on top of it. So that's what we're going to use to play the song, and it's basically going to sound like this. Okay, now it's pretty simple and slow, so it's not going to be too hard. We're going to start off with our first power chord, which is going to be right here on the 1st fret of the E string, the thick E string. Your 3rd finger is going to go on the 3rd fret of the A string, and your pinky is going to go on the 3rd fret of the D string. Okay? You're actually going to play 3 notes in these power chords instead of just 2. Now, what we're also going to do when we're playing this is we're going to palm mute sometimes and sometimes we're not. And we're going to kind of work that into the rhythm. If you don't remember, or if you haven't done this before, palm muting is just where you take the palm of your hand back here, the very back, and you're going to barely touch the strings here right by the bridge. So they're muted just a little bit. Instead of that sound, you get that sound. Okay? And the farther up you go, the more it's going to mute. The farther back you go, the less it's going to mute. Okay? And you want it to sound kind of like this. Okay? Now, let's go through the chords real quick, and then we'll work on the rhythm concerning that palm muting and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get these chords out of the way. You've got the first one, which is an F5 power chord, and it'll be right there. Your second chord you're going to, you're actually going to move down a string and up 2 frets. So your first finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the A string. Your 3rd finger is going to be on the 5th fret of the D string. And your pinky is going to be on the 5th fret of the G. Okay? Make sure you don't play this E string on accident, so you're going to take your first finger and go up against the side of it like that, so it doesn't ring. Okay? Now, that's your second power chord. Your 3rd power chord you're actually going to slide to. I'm not worried about rhythm yet, but just a quick note, you're going to slide to it. Okay? And that's just 2 frets higher than that one. So it's going to be 1st finger in the 5th fret on the A string, 3rd finger in the 7th fret of the D string, and pinky in the 7th fret of the G. Okay? So that's your 3rd power chord. And your 4th one, you're going to stay on these same strings, but you're going to go all the way down to 1st and 3rd. So your 1st finger is going to be on the 1st fret of the A string. 3rd finger is on the 3rd fret of the D string. And your pinky is on the 3rd fret of the G. Okay? Alright, so those are your first chords you have to be worried about. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, we want to talk about the rhythm. The rhythm's going to sound like this. Okay? Now, you can kind of tell where I'm palm muting and where I'm not. The very first, let's take this chord for example. The very first strum, I'm going to turn the camera so you can see my right hand a little better. The very first strum that I have, I don't palm mute. Kind of just lift my hand up off the string so I don't palm mute them. But then I put my palm back down and I start palm muting. Okay? Okay, and that's the rhythm. You're gonna play it normally, and then palm mute twice, and then play it normally, and palm mute twice again. Okay, so, and then play it normally once again, and then palm mute once. Okay, so watch this hand down here. You can tell where I'm doing the palm muting. Okay, see if you can see a little better. And you're going to do that on most of these chords here. That's pretty much, you're just going to follow that pattern the whole way through. So you play that on the first chord, then your second chord. Now on the last strum, on this one, you're actually going to play the second chord and slide it to the third chord. Okay, so I kind of messed that up because I wasn't thinking. Here we go. Okay, so you can see I do the same pattern on the third chord, and then I go down to the fourth chord, and I play that same pattern. So okay, now the only time it may change is that last strum. Sometimes you might accidentally palm mute it, or if you're sliding you may do it a little bit different, but the main thing is that you pretty much make it sound the same on all of them. Okay, so I tend to change it when I'm just playing kind of fast, but it's good to show you guys a general rhythm you can use on all of them. So don't worry about if you want to change it slightly. I just teach it that way to make the lesson easier. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I'm going to finish the song on my website. Again, it's mikesguitarlessons.com, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and good luck playing it.